did you get to your sound, your unique sound that's Slayer, the most brutal thrash band? How was that? The transition to a metal thing to your own song?
I don't know. It just kind of happened. I mean, we didn't just, sit down one day and say, hey, we're going to be fast now. We just, I think it all came together when we were going to do that first Metal Massacre album. And then we were like, to me, it was like competition, 10 bands, like, gotta go, just go out and blow these guys away. So he wrote a song particularly for that, which was Aggressive Perfector. And then from then on, we just stayed with that style.
Was it important for you, this participation in the Metal Massacre?
Was our record deal.
Yeah.
Open the doors, everything?
I don't know if it opened a door, but it was to get a song on vinyl, because that was the one thing we at least wanted, was to get a song on a record. And
all the other ones too, man. We listened to them and we're like, this is crap.
Yeah.
I could smoke this. Give me a chance.
So we sat there, and Brian said, Brian approached us and said, I want you guys to do a single for Metal Massacre. So we went out and we listened to the Metal Massacre, see what kind of music was being played, and we sat there and listened to it. And Kerry decided he needed to make up a song that was better than those. And I think to me that's where I think it started, because we took what we had initially done with Aggressive Perfector, and we did that song, and we were like so into the song. We were always rehearsing it every day because we wanted to go in the studio and record it, in one shot. We wanted to be good at it. And the more and more we played it, the more and more I think we just got really into the vibe of that song. And once we did the song, Brian said, I want you to record a record for us. And
we did. Okay.
So we sat there. We sat there and like, well, we figured, well, we got to revamp some of our music. So a lot of the songs got dumped, and we took a lot of songs and changed them around. But I mean, I think that's where we initially started, was there. And we've always had that. That was ours, and we just took it from there on. So that's where we developed it for that Metal Massacre album.
How long has Paul been an official member of the band?
That's Paul.
You want to talk, Paul? I'm asking you.
I've been with the band for 2 years.
How was it to become an official member? Because first you were invited to join the band, but...
Well, I'd say probably officially on the plane ride over to Europe. That's when Jeff asked me if I wanted to be in the band.
And how did you guys kept in touch with you to invite you and to join the band? And were you friends when you lived in the Bay Area with Forbidden? Were you friends? Have you toured together? How was that?
No, well, these guys, I think there were some mutual friends that they knew, that we also knew. Well, I also knew. We all knew. When they were looking for a drummer, I guess some of the people in Testament knew who I was and mentioned it to him. I don't know exactly how it all worked, and I think their manager's assistant knew who I was, and I guess that's how my name came up. So they gave me a call.
That's great. Dave Lombardo almost left the band in '86.
Almost?
Almost, he left the band actually. He did that time, but he came back 1 year later.
Yeah, I auditioned and we let him back in the band again.
What happened? You couldn't find another drummer at that time, or you wanted him to be in the band? Or?
No, we were auditioning drummers, and we had come down to one drummer, and that's Nick Menza. Yeah, we had auditioned Nick, and of all the drummers, we had a few drummers that we tried out. Nick was the one that I felt, and I think the rest of us did too, that he had a lot of potential, that he could be a really good drummer. And then Rick Rubin called us up and said Dave wants to audition. So we said, all right, have him come in and you can sit in and see how he does.
And he did good.
Yeah, so he was in.
Has been released? Not yet? Oh.
It'll be released on the 27th of September. We have a domestic release in America through Warner Brothers. But as far as international, American Recordings doesn't have a company.
What do you mean domestically?
Domestic meaning that in the U.S. it'll be released through Warner Brothers. American Recordings, Warner Brothers.
Okay.
But internationally, the company doesn't have anyone to do it internationally at the moment. They're still in the works of making a deal with with the company. So I don't know if I'm hoping that it'll get released simultaneously all throughout the world, but you know, that's their business. They still have to find out who they want to release the record internationally. So that's up to them. You know, but so I don't know what is going to be released here in Brazil.
You remixed the album twice. So what have I changed some titles of the songs and?
Well, those were working titles. You know, we had working titles that we still couldn't get titles for, even once we had the first mix down. And then what we did is we gave took about a week off, didn't we? Took about a week and a half off, and we went back and listened to it, and we figured, man, we'd come up with a better mix. So we remixed the whole thing again. And yeah, all the songs, everything. And we liked it. It's a lot better mix. So, and then, you know, it also gave us an opportunity to, like, also try to find new titles for songs that we hadn't really titled yet.
What about the lyrics? The lyrics has changed as well. The themes and of the songs, you changed a bit. How is that now? This album?
Well, hasn't really changed too much. The only thing that's changed about what we do lyrically is the fact that before I would write things that I would see on TV or socially conscious things. And this time around, Carrie did that, and I wrote kind of like the fantasy songs about murder and death. You know, nothing about Satan, just about death.
Just about that.
Yeah, and Carrie wrote songs about things that were going on in LA that, you know, bothered all of us actually, because we'd sit there and we'd be like getting together rehearsing new material, and we'd, you know, be watching TV, and we started getting mad at each other because of just the shit that was going on in LA, you know, as far as the judicial system and just how people in general are living in America, you know.
Are at the same time, because I read you in an interview that you haven't changed your style, and a lot of bands that used to do this thrash music. Why did you kept this loyalty to thrash?
Why do we stay there?
Yeah, why did you say that?
Because we're not phony. You know, we like this kind of music, and we're not doing it for the money. You know, if I wasn't doing this, I'd want to see a band playing this shit. And a lot of the bands that I used to I thought were credible and had respect for, I don't have respect for them anymore. I think they're crap, because they either found out that if you soften up, you get the, you know, cashola coming in or whatever. But, you know, we do it because we music, and, you know, I consistently try to better what I did on the last record.
Like Carrie once played with Megadeth, helping on tour. Dave Lombardo almost joined Megadeth as well. Nick Manson now. What's your relation with the band?
With Megadeth?
Yes, play on Megadeth. Are you friends? Were you friends before? Or?
I don't think we were ever really friends. I think Mustaine was trying to put together a band, and he was trying to pick, you know, he was trying to pick people that he wanted, and he kept coming across us, you know, and we just kept telling him no. That's about the extent of our relationship with Dave.
What about Mr. Mustaine? That tour, how was that?
It was a really good tour for us. The Clash of Titans was an excellent tour for us. It made him very miserable, but it was a very good tour for us.
How was it? You one band opened, and then the other night was a different band that opened up.
Yeah, it was kind of like a rotating thing. Yeah, the only band that was consistent was Alice. They would open every night.
They were just...
But you know, that was a suggestion. I don't know who brought that up, but one of the bands suggested it, that we rotate the bill, and we're like, fine with us. We'll rotate the bill. We don't care what we play.
Okay,
yeah, you know, and then towards the end of the tour, of that tour, they nobody would say anything, but we knew what was up. So we just left it at that. We didn't care, you know, whether we opened up or closed the show. It doesn't matter to us, you know, and it didn't matter to the kids either.
I was telling you that they wanted to put it on radio. I said, no way.
Yeah. Well, they said, can you go back to the studio and record maybe a radio song? And it's like, what?
It's going to sound just like those 10.
Yeah, it's going to sound just like another Slayer song, and it won't get played on the radio. What's the big deal?
Frontier is being played on the radio, like some heavy stuff is being played on the radio. Why don't you think that you can have a song for this album to be played?
idea.
Because we're Slayer.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And do you think that these bands are now on the charts because of Slayer? Consider all this heavy metal, all this heavy
It's
stuff.
because of a handful of bands, not just us, you know. I mean, obviously Metallica, I mean, they didn't open doors that weren't open already, but they made them a little wider.
What do you think about, like, for example, the last album of Metallica? Those ballads and...
Well, it's a good it's a good record. It's produced well.
Does they one sound like a campfire song and the other one sound like a Christmas song?
Yeah.
They do, man. You listen to that thing and you see just 8 guys sitting around a campfire, you know, just rocking out.
It's produced well. They got good songs, but I mean, it's not something we would do.
We stay in different circles, I guess.
Different circles?
Yeah.
Video that we have in MTV radio. Not just the song, but the video as well. Where did you record? It was actually in Egypt. And how was that? Did you have any kind of problems there? I heard something about...
We didn't deal with any of the problems. I mean, that would have been like the crew and stuff, getting all that sorted out before we got there. We went in and did our stuff. It was really cool, you know, because none of us wanted to go until we got there.
Yeah, we were in Japan and still complaining. Yeah, we don't want to go, we don't want to go. And then when we got there, we were like,
oh, you didn't want to go before?
we didn't want to do it. We were insisting on it. We didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do it. And then when we got there, we were kind of glad that we did it because it was really cool. We were there, 8, 9 days, and it was all work. So we busted our ass. But yeah, I'm kind of glad we went because I think it's a really good video.
Really good video.
Yeah, very.
We got 3 videos from you, like War and Symbol and Raining Blood, and both are live stuff. And Season is kind of not live, but you prefer doing this kind of stories videos that has a kind of story, or you prefer doing the performance of the band live?
I like them both.
You care about videos, or actually?
I like them both because, I mean, if they were all live, you know, just like me going to see a live show, you know. When you got TV, you can do anything with that medium. So, you know, why not go for it? Just don't do something that 9 million other bands did. You know, do something new and unique that sets your video and your band apart.
You chose, like, Season and Depths to be put on the spot. Why that?
Why that? Because it's more than just a live video. You know, we got to go to Egypt and see all the pyramids and the Nile River and all that stuff that's been around long before we were ever thought about being here. So that's why I chose it. Now you're going to see it.
Boots. Like 2 of the bands that are playing this monster of rock, like Kiss and Black Sabbath, they have a recent tributes. What about Slayer? Don't you think that you deserve a tribute?
Why?
Deserve.
We're not dead yet.
But you know, it's just...
We're not dead yet, so why should we have a tribute album?
But would you like to...
Oh, hell no. Fuck
you?
no. No way.
No way.
No, I don't want a tribute album. When I'm dead, they can do one. Because that way I can't complain and argue about what they've done to our song.
You know, like, for example...
If I'm alive and they're doing a tribute and they're fucking up my songs, I'm going to say, you're not doing a tribute, fuck you. No, don't fuck up my song. I should say our song.
If you have to choose the band, you like to choose some bands that you think, oh, this band could do a Slayer
No
tune.
band can do Slayer tune.
No band.
No.
That's cool.
The only band that can do a Slayer tune is Slayer.
Do you know that...
Right?